Hey Strat fans, it's Colonel Strat, Strategy Extraordinaire here, and today I got a little bit of a weird one for you. So I call this tactic Chariot Fever. So what you're going to need for this is just some decent chariots, like Tomb Kings or Slanesh. I'll also show you the Slaneshi one later. It's just, I'm going to show you how to micromanage these chariots correctly. So chariots can be very powerful if you use the right faction. But if you don't know how to use them, then they could be a big problem, meaning that you'll just have a really expensive unit that dies really easily. So I'm going to show you how to micromanage them to really dish out and destroy this orc army right here. So first off, we're going to pause. Normally I don't like doing the pause feature because it destroys the whole immersion of the battle, but we're going to pause and form a line here. And then these chariots are going to sink around here, and these chariots are going to sink around here. Cetra is going to stay in the back, and he's just going to kind of like blow through. And we want to make sure that the chariots are moving with, because we want to be able to move them through. So you lock onto a target with a chariot, and then you make sure that they go through. Now Cetra, he's a really special chariot. He's got that boom and all of that. Now once the chariots make contact, you want to keep moving them through. You don't want them to stay in the combat for too long. You want them to keep moving. Cetra again is a exception to this because he's got all those abilities, but you don't want to keep them in there. You want to keep them moving, and then you want to circle back. See, these ones out here are out, so they're able to circle back and collide again. This doing a lot of damage and not keeping out. See, that one stayed a little too longer, that one stayed a little longer, so you want to keep micromanaging them to get them away. But once they start routing, then you're good. You're good to send them for the routing units, and they'll just cut them up. See, that's not good. You gotta keep them out of that melee combat. You want the melee units to keep in the melee combat. You don't want the chariots. Again, hero chariots can be different because they actually can withstand being in there. But other chariots have to keep cycling through. And see, we've already tipped the scales incredibly in our favor because of our chariots. And you know, Cetra has this little boom spell he has. Legions forward! But once you hit through, you want to try to cycle them right through. Either cycle them through or turn them around. Chariots are really fast, so they're going to be able to catch units easily as well. But you're going to want to try to keep them out of the fight. You see, like, they barely took any casualties, and that's good. You want that. And now it's down to just the war boss because we've done so good at micromanaging the chariots here. See, so many guys just forget about the chariots once they give them to smash into the lines. They forget about them and they slow down. That's not what you want. You want them to keep on going, keep going. You know, you want to keep, because they can do that. They have the mass to go through infantry formations, and you want to keep them moving, and they'll do more damage. You keep them moving, they do a lot of damage. They kill things quickly. Attack orders are really bad for chariots, as you've seen. But we did really well there. We only took a little bit of casualties because our chariots were able to do most of the killing. So now I'm going to show you the Slaanesh version, which I think is even better because Slaanesh's chariots are really overpowered. Alright, so here we are with our Slaanesh one. So you already can see that the Slaanesh Exalted Secret Chariots have the added bonus of being a single entity. Now, single entities make them easier to go through, to plow through targets, so they're able to just like really churn them out. The Hellflayers are still pretty good, even though they're not a single entity, they're a 12 entity. But the single entity ones, I see the Exalted Secret Chariots, they're just really, really good because they're able to just plow through infantry formations like butter. So again, we're going to do the same tactic as we did before. We're going to start, we're going to have the melee line engage. The front line, we're going to send the chariots on either side. I'm going to start.
Fight, knowing that every scream is music to the ears of our perfect God. Bringing agony.
The chariots are probably going to reach there before us, which is okay. Yeah, and we're gonna have to like micromanage them a lot.
The herald goes. A captivating exalted demonets of
Keep them moving so they don't take damage.
the dance of beautiful.
See, they're taking damage there. Okay, keep them moving, keep them moving. Problem. Let's do some magic to get them off. Yeah, get them off here.
Avatar of torment, a tempting destination on neither's leg. Endless suffering, a flurry of talents. Exalted demonets of Slaanesh.
There we go. And as you already see, we're doing a lot of damage to them. Even though they do take some time to really, you know, get it good. Doing really good now.
Warriors of Slaanesh, all will suffer.
Seekers of Slaanesh.
Again, those ones that are routing, even better because we're able to just constantly cause like so much. Let's see. There he goes. Those routing ones are even better because we're able to just do so much damage to them and keep on moving. Because it's a single entity unit, it's able to keep most of its health and you can heal it better. It really is one of the best tactics to use for Slaanesh. Alright, let's move these guys into the war boss.
Exalted demonets of Slaanesh!
See, as these guys, we just completely destroyed them. They ain't coming back from this. Because again, like we're just, you know, you have to micromanage them a lot. It's tedious, but having a lot of chariots for Slaanesh really does make it really easy, and you gotta pray that the AI will be good with you, because chariots have their Achilles heel of if they stay in combat for too long, and Slaanesh's chariots also are very much a glass cannon, because if they stay in combat too long, they're definitely going to what's the word I'm looking for? They're definitely going to take a lot of hits. So that's the downside to chariots and Slaanesh's single-entity chariots, because if they stay in combat too long, they're definitely going to take enough casualties. Alrighty, and with that, we lost even fewer guys with Slaanesh, and we only took, the biggest damage we took was our hero, because he got stuck in there. But still, all chariots are up, and we decimated their forces. So that was Chariot Fever. So I hope I taught you guys a good strat today, because again, like, the best way to utilize chariots is to not just shove them in, because I see so many people just shove them in as cavalry, but that's not good. They can't be used as cavalry, or they'll like rotate them and bring them out. No, chariots can go right through and cause a whole lot of damage, but they have to charge right through. If you charge them into monstrous infantry, you're gonna have a harder time. But if it's just blobs of infantry, that's where they excel. Like here, blobs of infantry, they destroy things. Alright, so that'll do it for today's strat, fans. I hope you liked today's strat. Keep it strategic. Colonel out.